Alright guys, Max here again, and this is the review for my Digi Warriors Omnimon figure. Now, as you can see from this picture, the figure looks awesome just standing there. You know, it's Omnimon, of course he's awesome. Hands down, my favorite Digimon character of all time. You know, my favorite one on the show. I remember watching the first movie, and it was just so epic whenever, you know, Omnimon was like born from Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon. That's just one of those moments I'll never forget as being such a Digimon fan. And if you ever were a Digimon fan, you remember Omnimon. So he's kind of iconic. And you can see the figure looks good. I think it does him, just in pure looks, it does him justice. You know, we have the new D-Arts Omnimon out right now, but it's a pretty expensive figure, and I just haven't had the time or saved up the money at the moment to buy it. But I do have this Digi Warriors figure, and I actually have another one of these Digi Warriors figures. I have a couple of them. So I'll show you a 360 of the looks of it. So there it is from the side. His face is really like the face sculpt here. His face is really menacing. And here's the back, white cape, and the Garuru cannon just fell out of the mouth there. Let me put that back in. Alright, so there's the figure. There's a 360 of the figure. So pretty nice looking figure. My only complaint with the aesthetic is that it's always in a leaning down kind of look. You can see here, you can look out and you can see how he's kind of pointed facing downwards a little. And it's really tough to get that straightened out. You know, I've tried moving the cape back to straighten his legs out a little more so he's a little more upright standing, like this, but it really doesn't last. The cape is a very thick, sturdy plastic, and over the years it just kind of warps in the slightest bit and makes him kind of stare down. So you would basically have to have a brand new in-the-box figure, I think, to really get upward-facing Omnimon. But for that matter, you may as well just go for the D-Arts version. But anyway, let's go for articulation. And the figure has good articulation and bad articulation. I'll say the bottom half of this figure is very nice. You can see the feet go back a little bit and go forward all that way in. So lots of movement in the feet there. The legs go all the way forward and even up some. So you get tons of articulation out of the leg joint there. And you can see this will go back 90 degrees, and you can't move it backwards obviously because of the cape, but if you put the leg out straight, this will do a 90-degree turn right there. So really nice articulation for the legs, to be honest, in my opinion. And the waist, you can see, will go over that way and go all the way over that way, and you can pretty much take it 360. It's just you really have to force it around with the cape there, and to be honest, I don't know of any sort of pose you would put it in that it would need to go 360 degrees. So that, in my opinion, is some pretty good articulation for below the waist. Now, above the waist is where it actually gets a little disappointing with the articulation. Aside from this moving side to side, the torso chest part cannot move at all. It's just static right there. The arms can go all the way up, like that, and back down. Same with Wargreymon side. And at the elbow, they can almost do a 90-degree bend. Not quite, though. And unfortunately, they can't turn from side to side at all. You can see here on Metal Garurumon side, it can, again, almost do the 90-degree bend. That's all. You know, whenever I got this figure, I was really hoping for some side-to-side turning. Just like, see the side of Wargreymon's face, the side of Metal Garurumon's face. Seemed like it would have been a little cooler of a pose to me. And I'm not sure why they didn't put that into there, or put that into the articulation of the figure. I think it would have been really nice, but they didn't. The head itself can move the slightest bit, just a little bit that ways, and a little bit that ways, but it's enough to give it a good kind of menacing look to the side. So that's enough head movement for me. In terms of the faces on the hands, the Metal Garurumon side, you can take the cannon out, as you saw earlier when it fell out, and close it, and then you just have Metal Garurumon there. Now on the Wargreymon side, I don't know if the sword will come out. I believe it's supposed to come out, and then you can shut it, but to be honest, the sword on all of the figures that I have really doesn't want to come out. And just out of fear for breaking something, I don't want to force it out, but I believe it should. So don't quote me on saying it won't. And, you know, the figures close, like I said, and I think they look pretty good like that. And then you can imagine what War Greymon would look like closed. I think it would look pretty nice. I like the design for War Greymon's face here. You know, it's not the typical exact War Greymon head. It's a very stylized War Greymon, and I like it a lot. I think it's a pretty cool design. So, there's a lot to like about this figure. There really is. If you're any sort of a Digimon fan, you know, you want an Omnimon figure, and this is definitely one of the best to get. Aside from the D-Arts figure, in my opinion, this is the best Omnimon you're going to find. Even with its limited arm articulation and the very sturdy cape, which, you know, is a pro and a con. One, it's a really nice looking cape, really good looking cape, but it does come in hindrance with the legs. So, you know, pros and cons to the cape there, but in all, I think it's a great figure. Like I said, other than the D-Arts, it's the best you're going to find, so I would highly recommend this one. And, yeah, I hope you guys found this review helpful, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.